Hey there, welcome to my channel. I want to tell you what I just did. I did a 45-minute reading. It was good. It was a good reading for someone. And my audio was horrible. So hopefully you can hear me. Because I'm not using a microphone because that one is trash. So possibly maybe somebody's not hearing you. Unable to hear you. There's a message they're trying to deliver and we're not able to hear them. They're not able to hear you. There's some kind of communication breakdown. So you know the rules of tarot. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If it doesn't apply, then we simply let it fly. We flip it, switch it, stick it. And if it's not yours, then we don't force it to fit in any type of way. Without further ado, my lovelies, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, we have soulmate. Longing. So someone that you have a very, very, very intense connection with is missing you. They have something they want to say, like I said, but there's a communication, there's blockage within the communication, as I was saying just a moment ago. This could have been someone that you had a friendship with. This could have been a romantic partner. This could be a family member. A soulmate comes in many different shapes, sizes, and forms. Heck, it could be even an animal. You never know. Blocked. Yep. Someone is blocked from being able to do this. I feel like you've possibly moved on. You whatever happened between the two of you, you have nothing to say. This is given the energy of basically whatever transpired closed the cycle out because of what they did. So they crossed the boundary. And this person's in regret. They regret what they did. They've had time to think about it. And now they want to communicate this to you. But I feel like you have nothing to say. You're like, I'm good. There's nothing that needs to be said because you closed it out. You closed it out the minute they did it. You can't keep hanging on to those kind of energies and staying in that place if you expect to move forward. You can't have one foot on this timeline and this foot over on this timeline. Can't do it. Because then you wind up dragging that timeline with you. And we don't want to do that, right? Right. There was a divine intervention. This came out in that reading I just did a minute ago. A divine intervention. I feel like this was toxic. The connection that you had with this person. This person was toxic. And you were too at one time. Just being real with you. You were at one time yourself. But you started healing yourself. You started doing things differently. You started seeing things differently. And this person did not. And so the divine said, enough's enough. Stepped in. And looks like, it feels like you brought something to your awareness. Brought something into your view. Where you realize that this isn't going to get any better. And it's time to move on. Time to move on. Okay. Get away. It was time to get away from it. I feel like the divine really wanted you to take a break from all the drama, all the bullshit, all the toxicity, because you have done such a wonderful, wonderful job at healing yourself. You've come leaps and bounds compared to where you once were. And I feel like the divine is just wanting you to kick back, relax, and have a little fun, sweetie. Have a little fun. Nothing wrong with it. You earned it. Yes, you earned it. My cards are backwards. We'll pour some tarot in just a minute. Let's see what else wants to come out. Yep. Somebody crossed your boundaries. Now, if they were to come in, I feel like somebody's trying to run into you somewhere. Yeah. Somebody's trying to run into you. They're going to find you a bit on the defensive, which rightfully so, because you continue to heal from the situation. You continue to heal yourself, and this person could have been very disrespectful, very forceful with their energy. Like I said, just toxic as all get out. And yeah, because that falls right underneath the soulmate. There was a lot of things like you were having to really like stand up for yourself a lot in the connection, like meaning everything you did, you had to explain it to a T to this person. This person was very, I'm hearing the word vocal. I don't know why. Maybe you had to become vocal. Maybe the connection became toxic in that way, like abusive, verbally abusive. You could have voiced this. You could have voiced that that you were drawing the line in the sand, that enough's enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You could have just reached a point where you were tired of defending yourself. You were tired of this person being disrespectful to you and treating you just like garbage. I mean, that's how they treated you. That's the energy this gives. Intimacy. Yeah, they miss the long talks. They miss the closeness. This would be someone that doesn't allow a lot of people in because they don't want people to see their true identity. And you're the type of energy others flock to. They come to you. They feel comfortable. You make them feel comfortable. You're non-judgmental. Very beautiful heart. You have a very quick mind as well. You use your intimacy as far as just communication. Intimacy is not just being sexual, y'all. Intimacy is having deep conversations. Something more than surface level. And honey, you are more than surface level. You are very deep. They could have become pretty worried when you broke down their barriers, broke down their walls. They were hiding something. They didn't want you to know. They could have been hiding some kind of addiction, some kind of gambling issue. And you did everything you could to move away from that type of energy. So you could have been around others in the past. You could have had a problem with an addiction or gambling problem. You just took your time and healed yourself, that you didn't want to be in that energy and to have that kind of life. And so you're blocking anything that even resembles anything close to that dark era of your life. There's my 2 cards I was asking for. Okay. Ooh. Somebody is jealous as all get out. They are jealous that you walk with the divine, that the divine has their hand on you, and they don't like the fact that they can't get close to you. Because your energy is very healing. Very healing. And your energy uplifted them. And it was creating things to go good in their life. And I feel like in their life now, since there is obviously a separation, there's no connection. It's blocked. You're not having anything to do with this person. I feel like their life has went real quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're probably, they're scraping for pennies. They probably don't have gas for their vehicle. They may not even have a vehicle now. They've lost their job. They've lost their home. This person, and I feel like they had all those things when they were connected to you, or they were building up those things. They were doing better. Your energy, the way that you looked at life, the way you felt. I feel like you gave a lot to this energy. You gave a lot to this person. And they abused it. And now they They're reminiscing. They're wanting to go back to a time before they, cross the line. And it doesn't matter at this point. I don't feel like it's, because, I mean, you go to the great lengths to block somebody and to have absolutely nothing to say to them, no matter what they try to do. So they could be trying to reach out to you through other people. They could be trying to intimidate you. They're pulling out all the stops. They're doing everything they can to try to get back in your energy, and you keep blocking everything. That's a hard realization for some people. Especially for someone that doesn't allow people in. And you did get in to this person. You got close to this person. You know a lot about this person. And they know you know. But the difference between your energy and anyone else that ever got close to them is that you didn't use that against them. You didn't use their past against them. You didn't bring that to their surface. You didn't force that dogma of, they will always will amount to me to be something. I don't know what that means. To be what they're going to be. I mean, you did everything you could to try to bring this person with you. You tried to help heal them, and they didn't want to heal. They didn't feel that they needed any healing. They felt like because they were on your energy, they were in your space. And because of your outlook and the way that you pushed them to be better, you weren't tearing them down and treating them like crap. You weren't disregarding their feelings or their emotions. You took in consideration how they felt about things. You know what I mean? You really thought about this person. And this person totally disregarded you. And I feel like you kind of explained that to them along the way. You kind of explained to them, hey, things have got to change. This has got to change. And they took it as an attack. They took it as, you were trying to attack their character. They want to reunite with that energy. But I don't feel like you're going to have anything to do with it. Well, let's jump into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say, my lovelies. We have the Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. King of Swords. You've accepted. You've grounded something in your reality. You've accepted it. And this person just had... hold on. Let me pull a few more cards. We have the Chariot with the Ace of Wands and Justice. You accepted it. You full on accepted things that this person had some kind of baggage. They had baggage. They had troubles. They had issues, which we all do. Sorry, my leg isn't adjusting. We all have issues. We all have things that we need to work through. But you were able to accept the fact that this person wasn't ready to move forward. They weren't ready to take your connection to the next level. They may have told you that they were, but they weren't. I feel like you brought them to a higher timeline for themselves. You urged them. You encouraged them. You didn't force them. You encouraged it. And unfortunately, it was something that they weren't ready for. They didn't admit this to you. Well, they have now. Oh, yes, they have now. They're starting to realize everything that you were saying. How truthful it was. There's some justice being pulled out here. I mean, they chose a path. They chose to go down a different path, and so did you. Yours is balancing out. Yours is doing good, and unfortunately, theirs is not. They're struggling. They resisted learning some kind of lesson here. Nine of Pentacles, the Death card, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The Justice is you staying in your lane, doing what you're doing, keep moving forward. And it's dragging them along, unfortunately. So this could be a twin flame connection. This person slowly starting to see. They're starting to see. There's a transformation that's taking place within an opportunity here. They had a golden opportunity, and the divine gave them you, and they didn't take advantage of it, or not take advantage of it. They didn't take care of it. They took advantage of you and your energy, and yep. Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Yep. And then there's the Page of Pentacles. You're right. You were very passionate about them. There was a lot of passion. You had a lot of passion for this person, even though they played it small, even though they were... you were kind of out of their league. Honestly, I'm not trying to make it sound like you're better than they or anything like that. That's not it. This person just didn't see what they had when they had it. Now that it's gone, they want it back, and they're trying, they're doing everything they can, but the divine is like, you just keep, the divine wants you to keep over here doing your thing. Just keep on relaxing. Keep healing. Keep loving yourself. Because I don't feel like you did. And the moment you started loving yourself more than you loved this person, so you did love yourself, I feel, but you loved them a little bit more than you loved yourself at one point. And the moment you started loving yourself more, and you distanced yourself from it, and you realized you sat with yourself. You realized, oh wow, I was giving too much to that. I gave too much of my, and you just have that kind of energy, lovely. When you commit yourself to something, you commit yourself. You are one of those energies that are loyal to a fault. I didn't believe that there was such a thing, but yes, there is. My best friend helped me figure that out about myself not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago. I realized, yeah, there is a such thing. There's some people that do not deserve it. Do not deserve it. And that's just who you are. That's just who you are. And I feel like this person was used to dealing with people that weren't loyal, that weren't truthful, that didn't do them right. And so they always expected you to turn on them and do them dirty, and you didn't. Even when it came down to the end, you didn't drag them through the mud. You didn't go running around town spouting their business. You didn't shame them, defame them, and make them, look like crap. You just silently bowed out and walked away. That was it. There was nothing else you needed to say. And this person has somehow come back into the mix somewhere, and they realized what they thought and who they thought you were was nothing of the sort. You just wasn't that type of person. And they just couldn't pull the blinders off to see who you truly were. So there could have been like others from your past that wanted to talk crap behind your back, say that you're this, say that you're that, say that you did this, say you did that, okay? And none of it was true. None of it was true. Every bit of it was probably a lie. And this person is now realizing and looking back, okay, so the people that they were listening to when you were connected to them obviously had something to gain by talking crap behind your back and saying that you did things that you didn't do. They obviously had something to gain. And they were trying to hurt you. And him listening, so it's a him listening only caused his own pain. And this person is now having to deal with it, having to learn from it, having to heal from it. That is not your burden to carry, though. So let's see why this is coming out. Is this just to let my collective know that this person is, missing them? I feel like the divine wants you to remember why the divine stepped in and pulled you out of it. There was a reason for it. the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Queen of Wands. Same cards keep coming out. King of Pentacles. That's odd. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The Nine of Cups. Fool. The vision wasn't the same. The vision wasn't the same. The goals weren't the same. You had you had an idea, your version of what stability and what life and what love and things of that nature, how it appeared to you, and their vision was different. They didn't, so you weren't seeing eye to eye with one another. There's a long history here of someone not being able to receive what they should have been receiving, and I feel like that was you. And you took a leap here to try to change that. You did what you had to do in order to get away from the energies that was holding you back and preventing you from actually being able to obtain your dreams, your goals, your place of happiness. Even if it's just simply being able to sit and relax and not have to deal with no toxic drama and bullshit energy. This is where you're at. And it's justice. It's justice because you have taken back the control of your fire energy, and you're using that to your advantage. You're not allowing others to use that. You're using it for yourself. So, this was a Lovers connection, for sure. I mean, the Lovers is out here, but it was a choice. It was a choice that you made, and you weren't sure of it. But you made a choice. And you've proven to yourself, not only to yourself, but to this person, just how resilient you really are by having them, not allowing them back in your energy. You're not going to allow them back in your energy. You know what you're going to get if you attach to it. And you want something more. You want something better. You want something more balanced. Something that you can feel passionate towards. Something you can feel love for. And, attaching to this wasn't going to get that for you. It was going to keep you stuck. With the Page of Wands, they're wanting to communicate. They've learned something. I feel like, they've learned something. See? The Page of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. The Page of Wands and the Page of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles, they've really learned, someone has really learned how to figure things out. You worked really hard. Someone's watching you, and they're learning from you. They're learning from you. They're seeing just how far you've really come. Ooh, and there's a tower. You're teaching them how to work through some kind of tower here. They could be wanting to communicate with you because they're needing help with a tower moment because you've overcome. This person would be someone that knows, they're fully aware. Like I said, they're fully aware of your energy and how healing it is. They're fully aware of who you are as an individual, and they are fully aware how spiritual you are and how spiritually connected to the divine you are. And this person is like I said, going through it. They're struggling, and they're wanting to connect with you so that maybe they can get you to help them work through what they're dealing with. What is the advice on that? Seven of Pentacles. Wait it out. The Magician. Two of Swords. Temperance. To be patient because there's something that you're manifesting here. That's going to put you at a crossroads that you're, and it's being brought to you by the divine, even though it's going to put you by. So you need to be patient. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, the Hierophant. There's a lesson here. So there's something that you're still needing to learn. Oh, you did learn. For a long time, you were trying to manifest something and you were at a blockage and you couldn't. The divine had to step in because you were connected to this person, and the person that you were connected to, that would be this person that's missing you, this soulmate. The kind of relationship, and I was saying just a minute ago about having different visions. There are different ideas of how the home life, how life you want to live your life, okay? It kept you at a crossroads with being able to bring this into your reality because of the different views, okay? And you had an idea of what commitment and a partnership would look like. But it kept you at a crossroads. You were patient with it. You took your time with it. And I feel like now there's a possibility that you're in one. A committed relationship. And it happened quick. It wasn't allowing you to move forward. Oh, 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're doing good. We got the 10 of Cups that's on the 10 of Pentacles here. You're doing really good in whatever you're connected to now. This other. So you distance yourself from this person, and I'm still not getting why. It's because your dreams are coming online now. You possibly manifested this past person. It's circling back through because they are watching you. They are observing you. Energetically, they know where you are. Now, where you are physically, I don't think they do. They haven't a clue. And they haven't a clue what you got going on. I feel like they're watching what you're doing, and not so much who you're doing it with because they don't know, but they know you're with someone. And that's why they're coming back towards you. They're wanting to tell you, they're going to use some kind of ruse here. It's a ruse. It's a ruse. This person is resentful. They're discontent. It's just a plot, a ploy to try to get back in your good graces, to try to get back in your energy. So they're going to come at you and want to say, hey, and that's what I feel like. I feel like this person just wants to come in because they see you doing good, and they're really resentful that it's not with them, that you're doing it with someone else. And so they're wanting to come in and just wreck that. I feel like close out that cycle, babe. Don't even give no energy to it. This person's toxic. Damn. Heal yourself, man. Heal yourself. Send them over here to watch my channel. Tell them to heal themselves. Dang. This is someone you've known for a really long time. There are some nostalgia. You're living a good life right now. You're like in a good place. Yeah. You're confident about who you are, what you're doing, what you're creating. You're confident in the path that you're on and who you're doing it with. There's someone that you had passion for. And I feel like this energy is the new energy, the new person, and this past person's just woo. They be toxic. You chose a different path. Yep. You accepted someone's love offering from the past here. And this person's just now catching up. Well, collective. I guess that's the message, just to let you know that what they're wanting. You've got somebody that's knocking on your door, that's ringing your doorbell, that's trying to send you messages, trying to send you emails. I don't know, however they're trying to communicate. They're trying to communicate but it's just because this person's wanting to basically tear down everything that you've been working on. And so the divine just stepping in, using me as a team player here to let you know, to deliver a message, to let you know, don't let that person back in. Anything that they come at you with it's all lies, it's all bullshit, it's a manipulation tactic. They're just trying to get back in because they resentful. Ooh. They went back to their old ways. They went back to the not life, and they gambled the connection with you. They gambled everything, right down to the vehicle that they drove, clothes that they wear. They lost it all. And they want to get back in with you because they know that your energy can bring them up out of that. They know that being attached to you can get them out of that. So they're just wanting to reattach to you long enough to build themselves back up, to get themselves back up, and then out the door they're gone again. We've done that. We already know what that gets us. We ain't doing that. So keep doing what you're doing, babes. Keep doing what you're doing. Whoever you're doing it with, because it is looking good on you, and this past person can go away. And until we meet again, toodaloo.